How you doing, YouTube?
Yeah, it's a creeper.
It's creepy. Creepy time.
It's creepy time. You didn't even start drinking yet.
You didn't even start your first beer of the night. And that happened. How you doing, YouTube? There it is.
There it is.
Woo! Woo! Welcome to Master Beer Reviews. Matt, this is Meat Smoke. What's going on, Meat Smoke?
Oh, Meat Smoke's in the house.
I know, it's been a while.
It's been a while, yes. We had that little Sunday gig going for a while.
Yeah, we had the Sunday gig. We're doing a radio show. That's on a little hiatus right now, so... but I got some beers, and I have a bunch of big beers that I wanted to kind of share with a bunch of people. So I had Brad come over, kind of jump into these, and see what we got. First up, not necessarily a big beer, but a beer nonetheless. It's a Carton beer. I'm going to have to leave the can off here and read it because I'm not going to remember all this shit because it's kind of weird. Anyway, it is it's their To Wong Brew, Thanks for Everything, Julie Brewmar, a fabulous sour smoked milk porter. Very weird kind of stuff. I don't know the backstory to this because I don't look up any kind of any information on any beers, but I assume either Augie at Carton loves this movie, or there's some kind of weird connection, or someone was just really drunk or high or whatever and thought it would be a good fucking name. But anyway, like I said, it's a sour smoked milk porter. He usually has this big whole kind of sentencing going on in his beers. He has this writing up here in this kind of picture of what would be your Kurt Russell kind of, or Patrick Swayze, sorry, kind of fellow going on there, but I can't read it. It's kind of too weirdly... I could read it, but it would take me way too long to figure out
the potential of a lifetime, and you are squandering it. Since you obviously learned nothing, I am hereby stripping you of all your princess points. It's quotes from the movie.
No, there you go. So we don't need to read that shit. Anyway, I have actually never seen the movie. I know about it. I know it exists. Anyway, enough of that bullshit. We're going to review it, see what's going on. Anything else of interest going on here? Not really. Does that have anything to do with the movie? There's a weird fish.
It's been a while.
With a hat on it. I don't know if that means anything.
Maybe that's Wesley Snipes?
That could be it. I don't know. Because we're trying to pick out all the players. I don't see Leguizamo. That could be Leguizamo in the back. I don't know who that is. So, who knows? Anyway, we're going to drink it, see what's going on. I actually like the label. Something about it. I find it to be quite cool. So, we'll see if...
I like that shrink wrapping around cans.
Do you? I actually don't like that. I don't like the shrink wrap instead of the label. The printer or the ghetto-ass stickers. I actually like the ghetto-ass stickers, to be perfectly honest with you. So, I can pour here. And the ye old Coors and Donk glasses. It is definitely the holiday season. We're filming this almost 2 weeks exactly, before Thanksgiving. So we're getting to the point where it's definitely a little bit of a holiday action.
Of course, not Christmas ale. It's definitely going to be drink.
Yeah, that's going to be drank all up in this piece. Anyway, it looks like a porter. Just under a pinky finger, kind of milk duddy, kind of malted malt ball kind of colored head. Infinite creaminess. Yours is quite a bit less, but I poured yours a little bit more gently. Or maybe I didn't. Anyway, I don't know. Could be Dirty Glass Mafia. I don't know what's going on. It looks like a porter. What are you going to do? But it's a smoked milk porter, not just a porter. So let's see if it actually smells like that.
It smells smoky.
Not too smoky, though.
And sweet, though. You get a lot of sweet.
Yeah, you get that lactose in there. That's where you're getting the sweetness from.
Yeah, definitely. It smells like a nice,
you're
milk stout, milk porter.
Yeah, you're getting the smokiness, but to me, the smokiness is almost like a smoked chocolate, almost. That's not necessarily like a Rosh beer smoke. It's not like a beefy smoke. No. It's like a sweet smoke.
Not a meat smoke.
Not a meat smoke, baby. There's no other meat smoke. Let's get that straight.
Well, that came from the... That was what were you drinking? Urbach?
I forget. But yeah.
It was a Rauch beer.
Yeah. This, it doesn't smell sour in any way whatsoever. For me, it doesn't. I'm just getting a ton of lactose. I'm getting a nice chocolate, bits and pieces of chocolate in there with a little bit of subtle smoke. It smells creamy. It smells like a fluffy kind of porter kind of beer. But, let's see if it is sour. So, cheers, baby.
Well, it's sour.
I don't think it's sour though. It's technically sour, but to me, it's it's almost like a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a bacteria or yeast-driven sour, even though technically you're going to go bacteria on any of that stuff.
It's like sour mashed.
Yeah, almost. Like a kettle sour, kind of like if you did like a dark beer, like a porter, and you kettle soured it, and that's the kind of vibe I'm getting off it. So it's like slightly tart, very so slightly tart, not overtly sour, let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's not like lacto sour. You know, but yeah, like a sour mash type beer. I'm not getting much smoke. There's a little, there's a little bit of smoke there, but
yeah, very subtle, nice fluffy portery mouthfeel, but it's not crazy fluffy. You get a little bit of roast on there, and that's pretty much it. It's a really crushable beer, like it being a sour and it being dark. You expect it to have a little bit of bite to it and maybe a little bit of heft to it, but this is something that I could just easily just drink a lot of it and be like, oh yeah, that was delicious, and just crush it. Or is it a little too weird for you to kind of be that?
I like the mouthfeel, like the weight of it. The taste is nice. Like it actually finishes a lot better. It seems like that tartness is on the front for me, but yeah, it's a little weird. I think if it was just a smoked porter, like a smoked milk porter, I might have been a little bit better with it. But like that clash of the smoke with the tart, just kind of weird.
Yeah, see, for me, it kind of works. It makes it infinitely more drinkable. I dig it. It's not, like I said, for me, it's not sour enough to where it kind of falls into a sour range. It just kind of makes it kind of brighter, makes it a little bit more cleaner, I guess you would say, and kind of finishes a little bit easier. So it kind of takes that kind of porter vibe and then just kind of elevates it to almost like a crushability kind of thing, like a chuggability, like a session kind of porter. I mean, ABV small enough on
6.5?
Yeah, it's 6.5? Yeah, 6.5%.
Only coming in at 24 IBUs, so it's not like a tartness like that. It's not, or like, you know, you're not getting like a bitterness of the hop or sourness from that.
No real hop presence whatsoever. I think that, 24, IBUs aren't really indicative of sour in general. So if you're throwing in a roasted malt and smoke, you're just looking for balance at that point. Yeah, so to me, this is just kind of like a cool, like, kind of session kind of smoked milk porter, which you would never think would a smoked porter would be like that. But for me, it kind of fits in that range, and it's cool. Actually, it's one of the more funner beers that I've had from Carton in a while. I like a lot of their beers. They're cool beers. They taste good. They have a nice, cool, interesting flavors. But to me, this is one of the more interesting ones I've had in a while. And I dig it.
They took a shot. Definitely something that I wouldn't have thought of, like, two different styles of, or like, putting a sour on a smoked beer or anything like that. I like it, but like I said, it's just a tad weird for me on my palate to be like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, but it's well made, and yeah, like mouth feels great on it. It drinks, like you could crush these all day.
Absolutely.
If it fit your flavor profile.
Yeah.
Crush it all day.
So let's talk about it. It's one of the better smoked sour porters I've ever had. Actually, by default, yes, because this is the only one I've ever fucking had.
Best ever.
It's one of the better. I'm just going to call it milk porter, lactose porter. Is one of the better ones. No, but it's one of the most interesting ones, and that's kind of the point when it comes to beers. So it's pretty damn fun. Value and availability, no idea. It was given to me. Thank you very much. Kiff dropped this off when I was in line waiting for other beers. So thanks very much. Thank you. So I don't know, and Carton's typically a brewery only stuff. Every now and then you see their stuff kind of out in the wild when they're around Jersey, but typically you have to go to the brewery to get it. And just say if you like you like this. I don't know, man. If you like interesting beer, if you like unique New York kind of beers,
yeah.
If you like smoked porters, but you wish there was a kind of kettle soured version of a smoked porter, then there you go. But the lactose is, for me, with the combination of the lactose and a little bit of tartness, it just kind of brightens everything up, makes it fun for me. So if you're brass tacks, if you're into interesting beers,
there was one similar that I had. I think it was a sour stout. Was it Sweat Bee?
I don't know.
But yeah, I think it's a Belgian beer. Sweat Bee. It's like ZWET.BE, and that was like a soured stout. I mean, that would be something you probably can find easier than this, especially if you're like on the West Coast or anything like that.
But I've had, and that's the thing with this. I've had sour stouts before, and had sour dark beers before, and I've had wild, funky sour dark beers. But this to me is just kind of just enough tartness, just enough very minimal sourness to kind of make it its own beast, as opposed to those other ones typically being a more hefty kind of sour.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, like I said, the only one that comes to mind for me would be Sweat Bee. Like, it wasn't over-the-top soured stout. So it was like more like a tart stout.
Yeah. Yeah, no, one comes to mind for me is totally different beer, but the subtle would be the Plague from Dry Lag when I did that.
Yeah.
That's a more subtly wild, funky kind of beer, but that was when I kind of, if I was going to kind of put it in that kind of realm, I mean, it's infinitely different beer, but it's that kind of level of kind of funky tartness, So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to check me out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive Beers in all 4 of those places. How about you, brother?
Instagram, MeatSmoke451.
Meat Smoke, baby. So, yeah, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice smoked milk porter right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.